Can't even see them. There we go. Where are we going, birds? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Courtney, you're first. Nailed it. Well, I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. Around here, the temperature was nice-ish. We had some rain, which is really a good thing because I have pasture 1 and pasture 3 seeded with orchard grass and bird's foot trefoil. So I used the 3-wheeler and I used the chain link fence, and I bought a spreader, and I went ahead and disrupted all the soil out there, and I planted orchard grass and bird's foot trefoil to help with parasite control. And now we just sit and wait. But the bad news is you have to wait 6 weeks. 6 or 7 weeks. 6 or 7 weeks to let the goats go ahead and forage or graze on that pasture. The fresh seed needs time to take root and get strong. So we're gonna do the old tug test. When time comes, we're gonna go out there. By the end of this week, I'm thinking we should start to see some sprouting, some germination. And then I'll go out there and I'll tug on it. And I'll see if it's rooted well enough every week. And then once it feels solid and doesn't want to come up out of the ground, that's when I'll let the animals go. Interesting, funny thing is these guys, the sheep, every time I opened a gate back there, they'd try to sneak in. They wanted to be out to pasture so bad. So look, there's another thing I want to tell you. Rosie and Lucy are here, and if it was Lucy or Rosie that was locked up, I don't know. I forgot. You guys probably remember. But she's doing better. Guys, she has recovered, it seems, from the issue she was having getting up. She was slow moving. I do believe that the snow and the uneven ground was really affecting her, and I think the cold weather was affecting her. And now that the temperature is stabilizing and getting warmer, she has no problems running with them. She has no problems getting up. So a little bit of stall rest did her well. Hello, good morning, everybody. It was Rosie, right? Well, you can't. Listen, I really want this coffee for myself. Dearest, hey, okay. You just forced yourself in here to take my coffee. Lady, can I please have some of that? Thank you. Goodness gracious, no manners. Can you imagine if I did that to you in the chat? If I went up to you in this morning and I just jumped on you and stuck my tongue in your coffee? Thomas, are you ready for a good burping? Let's do it. No. You can't have any more. No. I'm hiding this. She won't even know it's there. See if I can remember it's there. Margot? Tom, I'm going to burp you. We're going to burp Tom. He needs a good burping. It might make him feel better. Oh my gosh, you coughed on my camera. There it was. That was it. That's all he had in him. I did it yesterday and it was like a 5-minute burp. He must have had days of gas built up in him. He had a nice little burp. Lady, I'm out. I'm out of coffee. I'm all out. Nutmeg. She's like all over the place. The barn is quiet today, guys. Annie must have already done all the chores. Quiet. It's so quiet. You can glucosamine animals. Well, okay, speak English. How am I supposed to know what that means? Glucosamine animals. Does that mean like, I don't know what that means. Something about sugar? Thomas is pecking on. Hey, let's stand up for yourself. You are like 140 pounds. Don't let him rule the roost. You tell him what's up. You tell Thomas. It's a medicine. What am I going to use that for? Oh, helps with arthritis. We're not talking about turkeys here. I was so confused. I thought we were talking about turkeys still. Grayson. We don't let turkeys rule the roost in this barn, okay? We're in charge. Humans and dogs come first. Then turkeys are last on the totem pole, okay? They're the last ones on the totem pole. It goes you, then the goats, then the turkey, then the chickens. You got this? You can do it. Crackle rules. Crackle does rule. Well, hi, baby goat. How are you? All right. So my son is a senior in high school, and he's getting ready to graduate. Now, he sent me a link last night. The class is trying to raise money for the senior class for, like, I don't know, a trip. Or I guess they're going to split it. I don't know. It's a fundraiser. I didn't have time to research it, so I'm not going to post it right now. But it's like a calendar, and you can donate as little as $1 or up to $31. I think I'm going to post it later or talk about it later if anybody's interested. But it's obviously a competition between the seniors, and I think I have a pretty big reach where he could just knock his out of the water, and he'd come through as the victor. So I'm not going to post it right now because I wanted to know more about it, and he just sent me a text literally 1 second ago. It came up on my screen with more information. So I'm not going to post it now, but I figured I'd gauge you guys to see if anybody might be interested in helping seniors in the Ole Valley High School reach a goal. Aw, I'll have to go check Princeton's cast. All right, will do. Let's go check Princeton's cast. Hi, Dale. What's going on? Hi, Tizzy. Hi, Missy. Missy, Tizzy, and Dale. That's cool. Thank you, guys. I like that. I like that you would be interested in that. That'll make him happy. But I'm very cautious about fundraisers. You wouldn't believe the amount of people that reach out for personal fundraisers all the time to help them out. And the problem is I just don't know the validity of a lot of them. And so Lauren and I have made this decision that we're not going to use our platform for personal GoFundMes for like legal matters, or unless it really touches our heart or something like that. It kind of gets a little, it opens up the doors for a lot of other people. Look at everybody. We got a lot of quiet goats today. All right, we're heading over to Princeton. We're slowly working our way over here. We're eyeballing everything. We're keeping our eyes open, making sure everything looks kosher. Hi, Auntie Sue. Yes, we'll check Twyla. So, you know, Twyla's third date was actually the 24th. It was not yesterday. That was my fault. I thought it was yesterday. You know, I put up a board here so you wouldn't do this. As you can see, That piece of wood there doesn't even matter because you just reach around and eat it anyways, Miracle. Weirdo. Linus is doing great. Oh my gosh, he is record weight. He put on record weight. I can't remember. If Andy's watching, I can't remember. He was texting me last night. It was like 8 pounds or 7 pounds something. But he's put on record weight. Unfortunately, y'all, it doesn't seem like Nevaeh is going to take him back. However, it's super easy to surrogate feed because she somewhat accepts him back. There's a fine line there. Do you have your cast off and are you putting weight on your leg, buddy? Well, this is good news. This is Princeton. He's the one that we got x-rays on his leg and was told to have 4 to 6 weeks of stall rest. So he's missing out on all the reindeer games with all the other kids. What are you doing, weirdo? But he's actually putting some weight on it. I will have to get that cast back on right there, but probably feels really good for him to have it out for a minute. As long as he's not playing the rain. Hey. You too? A bunch of pushy goats. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. Save some for the goat father. Twyla. Hey. Thanks, Henny. You hear her? I'm not even gonna lie. She, I believe, is probably the largest goat that we've had. Largest pregnant goat that we've ever had. Let's get a happy birthday, Wyatt. It's Wyatt's birthday? Like, you know, the famous bull rider Wyatt? Is it really? Hey, girl. Where are your children? No, I realize I can't leave it off. She has 3 months of getting fatter. Yes. Oh, you're right. Oh my gosh. Just realized because we didn't... because we thought she had this date, that date, and the third date, the pregnant date. She's had more time in the maternity ward eating all of the fattening foods that beef her up. Guys, take a look at this. I'm not even kidding you. This is bigger than a basketball. That is bigger than a basket. And her back end, here's one thing you can look at. You see this? This is starting to swell up right here. No ligaments for days, like no ligaments whatsoever. She's not even moving. She's allowing me to check her legs. Can we look at your back end? Oh my gosh, that peach is swollen. Today's the day. I'm gonna say it. Henny doesn't think 5 kids. I mean, she very well could have 5 kids in there. There very well could be 5, 4, 5. Look at you, buddy. I love you. Princeton, I love you. I really wish you could be with your buddies. Oh, what is that noise? There's some chaos going on over there. So there were some contractions last night, some pushing. You don't believe me anymore? Oh, man. Who knows what the world record is? Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Don't you dare Google it. The world record for a Nigerian dwarf. How many goats was it? Bambi was not this big, though. This is massive. Do we have a loose tape measure we can measure around the belly? Yes, it's 7, guys. It's 7. Who knows, the most goats that we ever had born from one nanny at one time during one kidding. How many is that? How many did we have? Yes, we had 5, and it was Bambi. Bambi had 5, and that was years ago. And all 5 kids survived. They all survived. It was before we were doing the whole video thing. She's very, very ready, guys. And we're going to have cameras on, one camera focused on her all day. So if you're bored and you got nothing to do and you want to just watch, if you just want to watch her on TV, go ahead and pull it up on YouTube on the channel, The Goat Father right there. You'll see it. It's a much smaller channel than this one. Ooh. You hear that? Yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk about Pi, you know, on a public video like this. I made a post about it, but we all know that was a rough one. And she was a special baby. And I really, really appreciate the support. This is where they were at. Now, Nevaeh's out. So Nevaeh had a baby named Pi, born on Pi Day, 3/14, weighing 3 pounds 14 ounces at 6:03:14 p.m. And this is Mom right here. And it was a singleton, and we were waiting for a singleton to be born because we had Linus over here who has no mom whatsoever. Let me clarify something, and maybe I didn't make this exactly clear, but there was a comment yesterday, a couple of comments from a particular YouTube subscriber, and they are now blocked from this channel, but it wasn't very nice. It was kind of very, what do you call that? Keyboard veterinarian. It's so hard for us in the moment to make these decisions. And I struggled with the decision of putting Linus with her. But one thing I do have to make clear is I did not let Linus drink the colostrum first. That's not what happened. Okay? We all know and we all saw and we all watched that we let Pi drink the colostrum first. And it was very short-lived for the first time that Linus was put in there, that I let him stay in there. I noticed he was aggressive and I yanked him right away. Okay? And then after a few days, I put him back in because we did some research and we talked to some people. And the fact that every farmer knows that a goat that doesn't have a good milk supply needs to be milked down more in order to produce more milk. So it seemed like the perfect logical thing to do is to put Linus in there after a few days after Pi got all the colostrum she needed. That was the plan. Well, we yanked him again. Now, the other thing is, notice this. There's a scale in almost every single stall. We track their weight every single day, okay? It just really bothers me when I see comments that are so negative, but you've never been put in this situation. You guys, not you in particular, but the ones that want to voice up about it and talk about it, you've never been put in a situation like this where you have to care for hundreds of animals and make split-second decisions and life-saving decisions, and sometimes you make the wrong one. Now, could things have been done differently? Absolutely, 100%. I agree to that, and I'll own up to it. I'll own up to it. But I was trying my best for all 3 parties involved. All 3 of them, I tried my best. Hi, Spotty. And I'd say 99% of the time, we make the right decision. Okay? And that could have went a lot more, that could have went a lot different. That whole thing could have went down a lot different. And could Pi have still been with us? Yeah. But we don't know. But the one thing we do know is that Linus, and Andy even mentioned it yesterday, he is thriving because of it, right? We have no issues or concerns or worries about Linus, but we did before. We were always worried about Linus. Linus always had that weak, small stature, and he could never find a mom that he could drink off of steadily, and we were always concerned. So we tried our best. We tried our best. We did. And what happened? Where did it go wrong? We don't know. I pulled her from the stall. I pulled him from the stall a few days before we lost Pi. because he just seemed too aggressive. But her weight was tracking. Her weight was tracking but she was supplementing with water. She was drinking the water and keeping her weight on. But we didn't notice the water until the night before, the night before that we ended up going to the vet. And guys, I did not like hold off on going to the vet. I would have, sometimes in the past, I would have held on longer. The treatment plan I did was sub-Q fluids. Hello, pretty. How are you? I did sub-Q fluids, lactated ringers under the skin. We did almost 300 milliliters sub-Q fluids. We did probiotics. I did electrolytes, and we did heat. And I was just trying to get her stable enough to go back in the stall. And I got back from skating around 12:30. Now that morning I checked Pi's temperature and it was fine, okay? And her weight was fine. So I had no concerns that morning. I got back around 12:30. That's when I checked her temperature and it plummeted. That's when I went immediately to the office, and every hour I went in, I checked the temperature, I added more sub-Q fluids, and we just tried to bring up her temperature, which we did, which I got her temperature to stabilize. So I had this sense of false hope that everything was going to be just fine. I was like, this is great, this is working. But then by 6 o'clock, 6 hours into the treatment protocol, she crashed again. And Andy was there, and I looked at him and I said, I think I just need to go. I think I just need to go now to New Bolton. Because other goats have responded to similar treatments. I've done the same treatments and I've had good success. And I did not. When I left here, when I pulled her out of that office over there and I put her in the truck and I left here, I did not think I was going to lose her. I didn't. That was not a thought in my mind. My thought was, she needs an IV. I can't get the fluids in sub-Q fast enough, okay? You can only push so much fluids under the skin, and it only absorbs so much into the bloodstream. So she needed an IV, and I was like, this will be great. She'll get to the vet, she'll get her IV, she'll hydrate herself back up, and things were good until they weren't. Things were good until they weren't. She started screaming out loud. I knew things were going south. It was about a half an hour out from the vet's. And I picked her up, and she was on the floorboard getting all that heat. I picked her up and I put her in my coat, and I could feel her little heartbeat. And she was crying, and I was telling her to please hang on. You're a special girl. Stay with me. When she started to struggle to breathe while I was driving, I was squeezing her chest with my left hand to keep her heart going. And I'd force her face up to mine, and I'd reach down and I'd blow some breath into her lungs. And I kept squeezing her chest, and she kept hanging on. I knew if I stopped the chest compressions and if I stopped the air, I was going to lose her. But 15 minutes of chest compressions and breathing, I had to stop because it was her time. I couldn't do it anymore. I physically could have kept going. You guys remember Martina? I gave mouth to mouth all the way to the vet while the baby was hanging out of the mom's vagina, and my face was down there in the car ride all the way there, and I kept that baby alive. Listen, I physically could have done resuscitation, but I knew that it was her time and I had to let her go, and that was hard. Because when I stopped the chest compressions and I stopped the mouth to mouth, I could feel her little heart slow down. But she didn't pass alone, right? I feel like I held her on long enough just to know that she had the comfort of one of us. And that's freaking hard, guys, right? And then to turn to the comments and see such negativity that don't really know what it's like to be a farmer. read the comments from people that just feel like it's their job to make someone else's life so miserable, that hurts. And people like that don't belong on our channel. People like that don't belong on anybody's channel. So that person will never be able to post on our page again. And that's it. I don't need that type of support. We try our best for all of these guys. And I get it. I get it. Breeding and birthing goats is not for everybody. It's just like some people are against eating meat. And some people are against... there's always going to be a group of people that aren't going to be happy with what you do. And that's fine. You can go somewhere else. Like, we create a lot of memories here. We create a lot of bonds, a lot of friendships. These goats change a lot of lives. These goats are going to change a lot of lives. We've already touched so many people in the past, and I know I'm on the right path. I know what I'm doing is meaningful in this world, okay? And if you don't agree with it, if you want to just look at it on the surface, and that's it, then so be it. But if you want to get to know us, if you want to understand what we do and why we do it, then watch a couple videos, hang around, ask some questions. All right? Speaking of memories and fun times, we went to dinner last night because obviously the whole pie situation happened on my birthday. So, are you having a good pee? We went to dinner for my birthday last night. Since Saturday night, I was a little preoccupied. And that was such a good time. Had such a good time. It wasn't a full house. You know, we had a knight's table. It was a dozen of us or so. And we got to... One of the traditions that we like to do... I'm going to see if you guys want to play this game with me. One of the traditions that we like to do on the Steinmetz here is on the person's birthday. We say, where do you want to go to dinner? We'll take you. And when we're all sitting down at dinner, we go around the table and we talk about a memory. A memory of that person. The fondest memory, the funniest memory, whatever it is that you want to share. And we go around the table and talk about that. And that's what we did last night. And it was really cool. It was really cool. So I'm going to ask you guys for my birthday, what is your first memory of me? The Goat Father. This is my face. When's the first time you seen me? When's the first time you heard me? When's the first time? What is your memory? What do you got? There has to be something. And I'll read the comments on this particular feed later because I'm interested. I'm genuinely interested to see who, how, where, and when you ended up here. All right. Let's... I don't want to downplay the Saving Hope video. That was amazing. I get it. And I get that's probably why 90% of you were here, because that's a viral video. Is there anybody outside of the... Well, you know what? You do you. I'm going to read them anyways. Beverly Boyer, that's probably one of my most... Oh, the mower catching fire. I'm going to have to read these comments. I love this. I love this. That you guys are going to post the things that brought you here. It's going to bring back memories with me as well. We got Chuck on there. We got Bronny and Bryce. We've got Hope's birthday. The $20 challenges. Put my coffee up there. I want to sit and read all these right now, but I can't. I'm gonna have to come back and read these right here. Hi guys. Hello. Yes. Good morning. The rat in the tree. Oh my gosh. What was his name? The rat in the tree had a name, guys. What did we call him? I can't remember what we call him. Chasing Bailey. That was a good memory. PJ Party. The 100,000 follower celebration where we all dressed up like old people. That was a good one too. Oh my gosh. Me and Jeff dressing up. Chuckle nuts. That's right. We called them chuckle nuts. Hi guys. Oh, you got me in the eyeball. These are great. Keep them coming. And if you're watching this on replay, I'd like you to go ahead and drop a line too on how you ended up here. It's really cool to see. Oh my goodness. Hey, get this. I don't really consider myself an influencer. And if I am influencing anybody, I hope I'm doing it for the good. I really do. I hope I'm doing it for the good. I would never want to do it for the negative. But I asked Joe last night while he was out with us, Joe, buddy, would you have a beer with me on my birthday? Now, he hasn't had a beer in years. Years. So he thought about it for a minute, and he's like, sure, why not? Oh, man, it was great. It's good. 85 years old and having a beer, 84 years old, I don't know how old he is. And having a beer for the first time. Was that bad of me? I don't know. But he sure seemed to enjoy it because that thing was gone faster than most people finish their drink. No, we don't eat these guys. No. I have no problem, and you know, this might bother some of you, even some of my closest ones, people here. If there is goat meat on a menu somewhere, listen, that animal's already gone. I wouldn't eat one of my own pets, but I have, and probably would do it again. Tried goat meat. In particular, a memory that I have was taking the baby goats here to an event. It was a corporate event, and they had a gyro truck. And the gyro truck was set up probably about 40 yards across from where I was at. And the guy came over and he said, they have goat meat on the menu in the gyros. I said, no, they don't. And he said, yeah, they do. So I went over there. It was free food for vendors and the employees. And I went over there and I said, I'll get a gyro. I said, what kind of meat? I said, goat meat. And I took the gyro back to the booth and I sat in the chairs right next to my fellow goats as they jumped on me. And I ate my gyro goat meat. Listen, I don't have a problem with that because I didn't know that goat's name. I don't know who it was or anything. And honestly, that's the circle of life. But these guys are not for meat. They're for dairy. They're for weed clearing. They're for companionship. They're for, you know, that type of stuff. No. Gotta go. Bye-bye. See you, Skocks. Was it good? I mean, I wouldn't say that it was like amazing. Did you get Chip anything for his birthday? Negative. I did not. Did you get Chip anything for his birthday? Three's not bad, right?
Yeah.
I only let 3 in.
There's usually more in here.
No goats in the office.
Oh, this has kind of turned into the bottle feeding area.
That was not mine. I did not. Listen, we got to talk to Lauren about that. The bottle feeding area is not in the office, lady.
You got to come up with a new contract.
Yeah, we do. And Nate needs to sign the contract this time.
Who does?
I mean, we need to come up with the contract this time. They came up with it last time.
Yeah.
And forced me to sign it. And I'm glad I had the clause in there that this expires in 30 days without a revised contract.
I cleaned it in here.
Well,
Fucked everything up.
and I even cleaned your. I did clean your desk. Yeah, you know.
Oh, speaking of, if you notice the pile of white powder over there,
Probiotics.
one of these dummies knocked the bin of probias down and it's
Oh,
cracked the lid off.
Gosh.
And spilled like a chunk of it.
Uh-huh. Well, there goes $20. You know, I haven't had a $20 challenge from you in a while. Is that because I'm a failure at doing the challenges?
No, I haven't thought of good ones. I'm running out of new ideas.
You're not running out of money, right?
No. Running out of new ideas.
Oh my
Oh, if
goodness.
Kathy Myers is watching, she needs to take her and her husband need to go to the log cabin again. Because it's a restaurant out in her area. Oh, okay, that was my note.
Oh, he just took a chunk of your notes out. Oh my gosh, there's literally a chunk missing out of the corner of that piece of paper.
I took Tanya there for our date the other day.
Yeah.
And arguably the best short ribs I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Phenomenal.
The log cabin.
She knows, if she's still watching, she knows the log cabin.
We'll have to go. I want to go. I want to go.
You're gonna bring a lot of cash.
It's expensive. It's expensive.
I mean, we've been there a couple times, and she didn't know where we were going, and she has, like, whenever she rides passengers, she, like, doesn't pay attention, so she's, like, completely oblivious to where we're going, or, like, you know, she wouldn't recognize the roads. So I get pretty much there, and we make a turn on Log Cabin Road, and she's like, "Are we going to the log cabin?" And she got all excited, and I was like, "This kind of ruined the surprise a little bit." But on the way there, I said, "You need to get whatever you want, because this is a date. The steaks are $80. $80 steaks."
Wait, when we went to dinner that one night and I got the most expensive steak on the menu, how much was mine?
Like
Do you remember?
$60.
You got an $80 steak?
I didn't get one.
She did?
I got.
Or nobody did?
She did. She got filet for $80, and.
Did she eat it all?
Oh yeah, she ate the whole thing.
Get out of here! That's unlike Tanya.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Short ribs were phenomenal.
Kathy's watching. She loves that.
Okay, you already had some of my notes. I had ossobuco, which was phenomenal.
I don't even know what that is.
Pork shank.
Oh.
I don't know what. There's like a certain way they cook it, I guess. Okay. We're gonna hide this. The dessert was phenomenal. It was what do we have? Some kind of pudding, but it wasn't pudding.
Can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meat. Oh my gosh.
I don't remember what kind it was, but it was very good.
Go ahead. You're the last one in here.
Yeah, you need to eat some notes too.
You can have some notes. Oh
Yeah,
man.
You guys would love it there. Just bring a lot of money.
Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Well, we'll try it out one day.
Oh, I did have the smoked bourbon cocktail.
Oh, is that where they take smoke
Yeah.
and like infuse it?
They brought it in like a clear flask type of thing, and it was like an old fashioned, I guess. Their take on an old fashioned, but it had smoked maple syrup in it and actual smoke in the thing. And as they poured it, the smoke kind of filled the glass.
That's pretty cool.
It was really good. It was a $24 drink, but.
So what was your total bill?
Tip included like $300.
Just for two people? Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. This is not a place you bring the children.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Like usually restaurants give you bread as like a thing, you have to buy it. But it's phenomenal bread. Like everything, we were not disappointed by a single thing.
So we should do a video of going to the most expensive restaurant and wearing our farm clothes.
No, you can't. They actually
have a dress code?
It's not like I don't.
So you couldn't wear those boots right there?
No, 100%. They have an actual. It's a suggestions, but I don't know. I'm sure if you showed up wearing something not appropriate, they would tell you to leave. But it's a nice place. Let's put it this way. There's every table around us. There's guys wearing blazers.
All right. Well, then we'll go wearing.
Tanya didn't have the girls out because it wouldn't have been appropriate.
I think there's some sort of content to be made here. Oh man.
It's a cool place though, and you drive through a covered bridge to get there.
That's awesome.
It's a nice cool place.
I'd love to see Britt, Devin, and Murph. So, yeah, characters change on this channel, guys. Characters change over time. People move on and do their own things. I was just admiring all of this. Do you have a favorite sticker up here?
Me?
Yeah. There's got to be one of your most favorite stickers.
Well, there's the two that I got, which is Intercourse and Blue Ball. But
It's Towns in Pennsylvania.
There's a couple, like I like that one.
Oh, the You Matter one.
There was another one that was similar that I saw the other day. That one. So like the suicide prevention ones are cool.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I saw one yesterday that I liked. It's down here. It's Jesus. I saw that.
Oh yeah.
I think
there was another one that I saw that was like, I think it was over here somewhere.
Maybe swearing will help. This is a good one. Jeff and me with hair.
Oh yeah.
And then a goat with hair. That's probably Margot. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna go show some more goats.
All right.
Thanks for letting the goats eat your notes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goats eat notes and hang out in totes and all the things. Oh. So this is working, guys. Right here, this open courtyard for the goats to get outside and hang out. These 4 bottle babies, they'd be out here all day. But this area is working out just fine. I started the layout. Here's my next project. I'll go ahead and tell you what the next project is. I custom ordered 2 gates. All right, that's to start. Now there's gonna be another 2 gates to go. But let me set my drink down here and explain to you the next project. Right over here at the end of the barn, this is the gable end of the barn, is a big door there and a big door there. If you notice around the barn, all the other doors or openings have windows. We have windows we can open up or whatever. But this particular door and the other one, they were designed to be opened up to let the airflow come into the barn. And currently, I'm pumping air through these pipes from a big turbo fan that's outside. Oh, speaking of, I grabbed 200 gallons of diesel oil. It's super expensive right now, but I got just enough that we can take the nip out of the air on any cold nights that'll be coming up. So if you have any chilly nights or nights that we have to spend out here in the barn, or that it just feels we get a next cold wave, there's 200 gallons sitting in the tank out there that was delivered yesterday. But we're pumping this right now, just the fresh air into the barn. We don't have the return line hooked up. So that return box right there was a waste. You don't ever want to put a circulator on a barn. You might as well like just not even have it. Yeah, you can provide warm air, but what's the point of having warm, stinky air? The barn smells fresh and amazing. It's constantly just keeping everything nice and dry on the surface, so it works out nice. I think I could branch off of this circuit and bring it over here and, you know, kind of bring a little more fresh air to the far ends. But down there, it really pushes. That's the dead zone. That's the dead zone because of windows, doors, windows, doors. This side has nothing, so that's why we're pumping the fresh air and over there. But I ordered 2 custom gates. They're like this. They got the mesh on it. They go across. The opening from that door there and that door over there, they don't sell the standard size gates. So I ordered 2 gates that will fit exactly in between that. So we can slide that barn door open and have a gate right there. And then that's step 1. How do you get the air actually in here? Since the predominant winds come from this way, well, it funnels down the side of the barn there. And Annie had a brilliant idea. Brilliant, I tell you. We're going to use nature to ventilate the barn throughout the spring, summer, fall, when everything's nice and mild. Notice that door right there? Those windows are smashed out because every time we open that door up, the wind slams it shut. So I want you to envision something. Just on the other side of this, when it's slid open, on the back side of that door, if I took a piece of plywood on a hinge and we open it up to capture the air, are you with me? Are you tracking? The wind is going to come funneling down. We're going to crack that open and it will take a turn and it will flood the barn with fresh air. We can then stop relying on the pumped in air with the ginormous motor and running electricity. We're going to use nature, and we can do the same thing there to capture more air. And I could even do the same thing here on the top door. Okay, I also had another thought, and you guys tell me if this would work or not. This was just my brain, because my brain is a little different than the rest. I think that our forefathers who built this barn in the 1700s had thought everything out. 1783, and it's the smartest design I ever could think of. The sun crests up over in the morning. We have an overhang on the outside right there. The goats love to sit because the sun, when it comes up, it hits the stone wall out there. It's not plaster, it's stone. And it soaks up. We call it saturating the stone. And they sit there and they enjoy that sunrise. And then the backside over here, the wind comes from this direction. Now, upstairs, there are massive doors on the leading edge where the wind comes from. Would this work? If I open those doors up there and I let the wind come into the upper half of the barn, does that not become a big pressurized chamber? And then all of the wind that comes through will just come dumping out of floor vents like this? That has to be how that works, right? I mean, just looking at the design, open the barn doors, the air comes rushing in, it's a pressurized chamber. Where does it have to go? It'll come down here, right? And I've got another vent like that over there, and there's a couple more drop down vents. We could utilize Mother Nature and the design of this barn to keep it super fresh and smelling good all the time, right? Hello. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You think, well, that's true, Mystery Jason, that is true. Dust and debris will also come flooding down here. I didn't quite think that. However, let's also think this. We're constantly throwing hay down, and the dust and debris that comes down here is plentiful. It's plentiful anyways. Look, it's everywhere. Esther and Jasmine, yeah, so our two goats that had C-sections. Hi, what did I do with my coffee? I really want a sip of my coffee. Did I set it somewhere? I've been just chatting. That's what I do, I talk. Hi, Nan. Coffee? 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 There it is. Esther and Jasmine are doing amazing. We'll go see them. How's Hopscotch? Hopscotch is doing good. Hopscotch is a three-legged goat that lives in the house with her brother. And she's starting to stand up and kind of hop a little bit on her front leg. And we'll have to get more content of that for you guys. But this morning, I just wanted to be out in the barn and talk. Excuse me, Rain. Come here. Well, we already talked about Twyla. You must be arriving late. Sorry. I hit you in the throat. Goats have very sensitive esophaguses. Jasmine! Esther! Jasmine and Esther, where are you? Jasmine, Esther. Wait. Nope, that's Willow, I think. I have no idea who it is. Hey, no. Where'd my other... Time out. This is a very expensive set of horns, and I'm missing the other bull horn. Oh no, I think it broke. Are you helping me out here? Would you like to wear this too? There you go. It's my coffee. Oh, goodness gracious. You sucker. Well. That's that. Why was I coming over here? Oh, Esther. Esther and Jasmine. By the way, Reba is not in maternity ward. She was on the first round of pregnancies, but her pregnancy didn't take, so she's out. We'll hit her up on the third one of the season, or sometime later on in the season. I don't know. Esther, listen, I'm not the person to be looking for goats. Wait, no, that's not Esther. Is that Jasmine right here? No, that's Spots. What's her name? Scrabble. Oh, guys, see? The wind, the air. It's beautiful. Can you hear it coming out? You hear all that fresh air? I have that pinched off a little bit because I made holes. This is a homemade duct system, by the way. Piece of wire going across the top of the barn with a tensioner at that end. And then this is plastic I got from Uline, and I just hung it up with zip ties. And then I created holes by punching them in there with a piece of copper pipe and a hammer. And it inflates up and it distributes the air perfectly. I don't know where they're at. They're out somewhere. They're here somewhere. Boys. Oh, boys. Boys. What about the bulls? What bulls? The bulls? The bulls, the bulls, the bulls. I don't have any more bulls. I had bulls. Listen, there were bulls on my property. It turned out that's not a great idea to try to become friends with a bull. I highly recommend against doing that. And I should have heeded the warnings from the millions that told me. I pushed my luck too far, and I ended up.
Are you still looking for Esther?
Yeah. Oh, there's Jasmine. There's it. I found Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. Hello. That's a perfect place to lay down with your head in a pile of poo. How could you? How could you lay down with your head in a pile of poo? Who does that? Well, it goes to show you that their poo doesn't actually smell, guys. I promise you. I want you to smell that. Here, take a big whiff. Ready, set, go. Smell it with me. Nope. It doesn't even smell. When it's diarrhea, it smells. Are you looking too?
No, I was putting Reba over.
Oh.
I had babies in May. She had a date with Artie on Christmas Day.
Their poop only stinks when you smash it up. Watch this. Handy catch. Oh my gosh. Here, catch. I failed anyways.
I saw Esther earlier.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not the only one missing Esther.
She's not out here unless she's on the other side of the pier.
In the rain, I highly doubt it. Esther! Nope, just Lucy. No, Rosie. Rosie Lucy. Gonna get it right one day. All right, we're gonna look for Esther. Oh, right here in front of me. Guys, here she is. Take a look at that scar. It's healing up perfectly. I'm gonna tell you what. New Bolton knows what the hell they're doing. Yes, they do. Good job. That'll heal up perfectly. You poop sniffer. The Billies, when do they get to go back to pasture? They've been to pasture for weeks now. The Billies been to pasture for weeks now. Let me show you. They can go anytime they want. This is a mess in here. There's so much hay. What are we doing in here? I don't even know how we're gonna clean this stall. They can come out right here. Look. And they do. And they do go out there. We have a wind block right there. We have this here. And they do. They just choosing to be inside right now. My gosh, right, Jason? I so wish I was a little bit closer to New Bolton. That's the only hard part about New Bolton, is being so far away from such a good place. And you guys do know that the new vet, the local vet that we've been hooked up with recently, Willow Creek, they don't do things like that. They're limited on their services. They do your general stuff. It's mainly equine anyways, but we can't just say, oh, we're gonna take a goat for a C-section right up the street. It doesn't happen that way. There is literally only one place we now can go to within an hour and 15 minutes from our property.
Do you think two things? One, Tootsie Roll and Gumdrop can come back up because she was at.
Has she tracked weight?
She's gotten back up to. I don't remember.
So we locked Tootsie Roll and Gumdrop up here because she started losing weight. So we're forcing that bond to stay. So as long as she's above where,
8 pounds, 12.7. She was down to 8 pounds, 8 something.
8. So she's at 812. Is that her peak weight? Is she at peak weight?
Around that, if not very close to it. I was thinking we move them back up either today or tomorrow, and Razzle and Dazzle.
Yeah, I would give her 2 more days at least. Yeah, I want to see her above peak weight before she comes back up there in the middle school.
I know her highest was around 8 pounds, 12 something.
All right, if we double check it and she's above peak weight, yeah, we'll put her in for sure. And then Razzle and Dazzle, yeah, we could do that too. Well, guys, I got nothing else for you. Any questions in the chat? Any comments, concerns? Anything? What you got for me? I keep telling him that he should go back to school to become a vet. A lot of our problems would be solved. That's true. There's a couple on Facebook that are a husband-wife vet, and you know, they've recorded themselves doing surgery on their animals right there in their barn, but because they have they have the training, let's put it that way. Would I love to do something like that? Yeah, but I can't spend that kind of time at school. No way. And I don't think my brain would handle it. I don't think there's gonna be more requirements than just I have like such a look at him, look at this. I have such a hyper focus on just the goats, right? I would have to learn about everything else. I'd have to learn about all the other animals. And I don't really want to deal with the other animals. If there was a vet school for just ruminant animals, count me in. I'd go. If I could become certified vet tech as a ruminant animal, I'm in. My daughter's going to school, but she's going to be a small animal vet. What are we doing here? Grayson, I told you to rule the roost. Kick him out of your way. I don't think online courses would still get me to the point where I could be certified. Come here. We're going to end it on one more burp with Tom. Ready? That was a very hollow burp. He did burp. Oh, it stinks. Thomas, say goodbye to everybody. Say see you later. I love you guys. Take care. Hey, take a second to double tap your screen, everybody. If we don't have as many thumbs ups on the screen as we do viewers, then I didn't do my job. Bye.